I see, he had a gun. The most horrifying weapon in human history. And yet, he used his body to attack Nikke. Quite strange indeed.
Are you guys stupid? If he shot the gun, I would have immediately died. Then everyone would know who the killer was. You think you'd shoot me if you knew you were gonna die from it as well? Shinji isn't stupid. Wait, he was stupid, but he wasn't that dumb.
Hey, Albino, step aside. I'll show you how it's done. Nikke Yomiuri, you know very well that there was no gun on Shinji Kasai's corpse. It's very unlikely that he left something as important as a gun lying around, which means that someone must have stolen it from him. And by someone, you mean? Of course it's the newsy Einstein. Search his body right now. There's a gun hidden somewhere.
Hold on a moment. We're still not quite sure if he really was carrying the gun with him at all times. Maybe he could have hidden it somewhere else.
Gun of all things. Alright then, group thinking time. Suppose you just got a gun. Would you carry it around at all times, or would you hide it someplace secret?
Well, it'll be a huge problem if someone steals it or somehow I lose it. So I'll probably carry it around with me.
Nikke, come here for a sec. Let me check your body. No, you can't! What do you mean I can't?
Nikke, you really are the...
Yeah, you're right. I stole the gun from Shinji.
Oh, he's scary.
And I am the mastermind who plotted this case. Is he just gonna be like, I was still evil, even though I was still in Void. I pretended to betray them.
So it was you.
So what? What difference does that make? I'm not the culprit.
What?
Well, I've got to admit that you did get things right. I was the last one to leave the power room. But when I came back to the crime scene after hearing the body discovery announcement, there were some things I didn't get. I didn't even consider the possibility of Sora interfering with the plan. I just thought it was some other third party. But now I see that it was actually Shinji taking his own life.
So by those words, are you confirming that all of it was a lie? That there was someone helping the Voids and Shinji was that person?
No, I think he was lying way before that. I always thought that you acted a bit suspicious, ever since you bowed down to us.
That long ago, you don't say. He even lied about betraying the Voids?
Oh, didn't I warn you? We Voids are full of liars. Oh, so Nikke is literally just a rat. Okay, we can stop feeling bad for him now.
Hey, don't assume that I lied about everything. The part about wanting to kill Mikado was true. It's just that I couldn't tell you every detail about it. All this was part of the plan to kill Mikado Sendoji. Sora, if you had just stayed down without doing anything stupid, the plan would have worked.
I did something stupid? The plan? What plan?
It'll take forever to explain everything, so if I just tell you the basic gist. I wanted to make Yuki Maido the Black, and why? What did he do? That was my ultimate goal in this case.
Poor Yuki. What?
Make Yuki the killer? But why? How does that benefit you in any way? Oh, I get it! What, Aroha, what did you get?
Aroha getting something for once? Wow. Doing something productive, finally, because she's kind of like the most useless character. I really like her, actually, but she's pretty useless.
What I mean? I don't get it.
Oh, never mind. Now that we've got the guy, we can finally ask him the question and end this trial.
Ask what question?
What do you mean, what question? The reason we've been dragging this trial is because you wanted to know why Shinji Kasai killed himself. Hey, Newsy, you should know why I picked that option, right? Answer then.
As you may have guessed already, Shinji is no traitor. He never even attacked us. He was simply put too good for this world. All he wanted to do was protect us.
Oh, poor Shinji.
Wait, if he truly wanted to protect us, then why did he attack me? When I met him in the power room, he ran up to me with a really scary face. I don't know the exact rundown of what happened, because I was knocked out. But that was probably to protect Yuki from harm.
What the heck does that mean?
When I knocked myself out, the power room wasn't in such a mess as right now. Even if Shinji broke the machine parts to cause a fire, the walls and floors should have stayed fine. Perhaps part of the power room came crashing down at that moment. And Shinji leapt at Yuki in order to save him from the debris. What kind of nonsense is that? Did you see it happen or something? The walls and foundation for the power room were a bit old to begin with. It wouldn't have surprised me if it had broken down even earlier.
Shinji was buried under the debris when I arrived at the power room. If Shinji ran over to Yuki and got buried under the debris afterwards, that means... No, that shouldn't have been it. He did get buried under those pile of rocks, but that was because he crashed into the wall and...
I know you don't want to admit this, Yuki, but as a person who heard his last words, I can guarantee this. Shinji would never try to attack you. It'll be near impossible to find someone as trustworthy as him.
You think you have the right to say that, Nikke Yomiuri?
You're right. After all, Shinji did die in the end because of me. But all I did was set up the stage. The one who actually thought ill of Shinji and attacked him was Yuki, remember? So it was my misunderstanding? It was my fault? No, that can't be. I couldn't have done that.
Set up some flags with the rumor about the traitor. Act as if you got knocked out by Shinji Kasai, who you gave a gun. It's almost like you tried to mind control Normie Boy with using situational flags.
But this all feels too forced. Even if Yuki was panicking, would he really mistake someone trying to save him as someone trying to kill him? And the timing of the walls of the power room coming down, it all feels too perfect.
Ha, guess you still haven't realized it yet. This world is almost ready. If we voids yearn for it, then whatever process it takes, fate would reward us with the result we wanted. That was all the more reason to make Yuki the Blackened before it's too late.
So why did Shinji commit suicide in the end?
He got stabbed by Yuki, buried in a rubble, and got his throat cut by Sora. And if he was still alive after that and took his own life, there would be only one reason he would do that. To save Yuki, to make him not the Blackened. That's why he took his own life.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought that was, like, super obvious.
But in the end, it was Sora that made the finishing blow on him. When I cut Shinji's throat using Nike's hands, Shinji was still unconscious. If he got up only after everyone left the scene, then he would have never known that I had interfered.
Yeah, because you had interfered with the plan, everything went wrong. Shinji should have died on the spot and never woke up. He would have never had the chance to even think about saving Yuki. But how come? Only those with the same power would be able to change the result.
Oh, she has... Is this, like, Utsuru's power or something? Because they're, like, all Utsuro followers? Is that what we're getting at? She has his power?
Just what did I miss?
Then what's with the fire? If he wanted to die, why go through the hassle of causing a fire?
Perhaps the fire wasn't what Shinji Kasai originally intended. By the looks of those damaged machines, he tried damaging his body through bruises to kill himself, but our bodies are sturdier than you think. You can't die that easily from crashing your body into stuff. I feel so bad for Shinji. I really liked him. He was such a bro. Well, he wasn't the brightest one among us after all.
Then he could have just used those same glass shards to stab himself.
Hurting yourself using sharp weapons is harder than you may think. Why do you think they often use guns to kill themselves? Because all it takes for you to end yourself is just a little bit of force from the tip of your fingers. Who here can confidently say that they are physically capable of killing themselves with sharp weapons? It seems like everything has been settled then. So to summarize it, Shinji went on a rampage trying to end his own life. And when the machines broke down and a fire let loose, he decided to go down that route, correct? Well, we can't confirm anything for sure since no one actually saw him killing himself. But by the looks of it, that looks to be the most probable theory.
Big Bro killed himself just to save me? Why? I even stabbed him. I trusted Nike's words and suspected him as a traitor. Why?
Yuki. You! This is all your fault, Nika Yomiuri. What's wrong with you? Why did you do this? What is your plan and why did you go this far with it? Why would you lie to us?
Let's just end the trial for now. I got work to do. Hey, Monaco, start the voting.
Wait. Aroha? So do we have to vote for Nike? Shinji killed himself, but it was Nike who planned everything. No, wait, is that not it? Who was the Blackened then?
Were you fucking asleep the whole time?
No, I get what happened, I got it, but... I mean, this case isn't your normal murder case, granted. Then how about we go through everything once more just to explain it to Aroha?
Please, God, no. We wasted enough time. Just don't.
Yes, please?
With Nike telling us the truth, we finally matched every single puzzle piece. This is the end. Let us go over this whole case one final time. This was a really short one. No, I think I'm good. I really hate this minigame, though, I will be honest. He spread false information of an unknown void traitor amongst us. He used Nike. Okay. Is it really just gonna be that? I usually just skip through this part because it's a lot of me just thinking and not a lot of actual talking or commentary happens around here. I kind of just need to think. Alright, I think I got it. Act 1. Before we go over the case, let me remind you that this whole case was planned by Nikke. He first dropped false info on us as bait, telling us that someone is helping the void behind our backs. After the meeting, Nikke used the stun gun to kidnap Yuki and took him to the power room. When he called over the real culprit of the case to create the situation he wanted. Nikke's goal was to push Yuki into killing someone. As soon as Yuki woke up, he used the stun gun on himself to knock himself out. Witnessing the scene, Yuki mistakenly thought that the culprit had attacked Nikke. Here, Yuki said that the culprit rushed at him and to attack him, but in reality, it was an act to save Yuki from an unknown danger. However, Yuki, panicking, grabbed one of the glass shards lying on the ground to stab the culprit's throat. Poor Shinji. Oh, I feel so bad for him. I just want to give him a hug. He should have survived. He was such a good dude. After realizing that he killed someone, he ran away from the scene in fear. It was at that moment that I entered the power room from the secret passageway below and witnessed the whole thing. And I also made a mistake. I thought that Yuki had killed someone. At the time, there were two people in the power room. The culprit, who was bleeding beneath the pile of rubble, and the unconscious Nikke. After checking up on the culprit, I realized that he had somehow miraculously survived the wound. However, the thought that crossed my mind was not to save the dying culprit, but to save Yuki from becoming the culprit. Why are you, obsessed with Yuki all of a sudden? Where did this come from? To be honest, I still don't know why I thought it was okay to do that. After gripping the glass shard with Nikke's unconscious hands, I used his hand to cut the culprit's throat. And this, by the rule of the last person to harm the victim becoming the culprit, the killer was no longer Yuki. Though I admit I did something horrifying to Nikke in return for that. After I ran away from the power room, Nikke soon woke up. We first believed his words that he ran away in fear from the crime scene, thinking of him as a victim in all this. But in reality, he must have been thrilled, as his real objective was to make Yuki the black end of this case. The culprit was dead, and it looked like Yuki had run away from the crime scene. However, unbeknownst to him, I had interfered and his hand was even used in the crime. When Nikke left the scene, there was only the culprit left in the power room. But by some stroke of luck, he was still alive. It was because both Yuki and I didn't check if he actually died after doing our deeds. The culprit wasn't some traitor for the voids. In fact, he was someone who we knew and loved all this time. Even in his dying breath, he thought of Yuki, the one who had stabbed him. Soon after checking the state he was in, the culprit made the brave decision to kill himself in order to save Yuki from becoming the blackened. In other words, he committed suicide. That's so heartbreaking. At first, he tried bashing his body onto the machines inside the power room. The traces of blood on the machines proved this. But that enough wasn't going to cut it. At that moment, the machines broke down and caught on fire. As a firefighter, the culprit must have known how fire can be used to end one's life. So he jumped into the fire willingly to end his own life. In the meantime, the power room was located deep under the tower, and it took a while for us to notice the fire. We all soon gathered at the power room, and we each thought to ourselves. What first came to mind for Yuki, Nikke, and me was how the place caught on fire. This was to be expected, as none of us had caused the fire. This was later used as evidence to deduce that the culprit had committed suicide. While the others were in despair that we had suffered yet another victim, yet in the end, this case had no actual culprit. It had happened because Shinji Kasai got caught up in the stage that Nikke Yomiuri had set up. Poor Shinji. He was such a bro till the end. Still gonna get a D, though. I'm not doing well in this trial.
You!
Yoriko?
Sora, can I beat this guy up? The rules still don't work, right?
No violence, Yorko. I mean, the rules still don't apply yet, but still.
Just... why? Why would you do this to us, you piece of shit?
Bro, why would you save someone like me?
Yuki, are you alright? Don't be too hard on yourself. Let's think positively. Perhaps it's all a theory. We're not even 100% sure he died for you. Maybe he died because he felt like it.
Can we vote and leave now? Show I.
So practical.
Nikke, I did something horrible to you. I know I have no right to say anything to you, but in the end, we both survived. We both weren't the culprit. So please tell us. Tell us why you did this. Why did he do it? Ready for that D rank, everyone? The 40. Level 40 is so funny. B! Oh! 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 I did not think I was gonna do that well. Maybe I should have equipped a Teruya skill. It's okay. 10,445 points. I don't really care about the money anymore. 2,900 rank C coins. Yeah.
As everyone calms down, I apologize first for not properly doing my job on this island due to my recent memory loss.
This was a really short trial, especially compared to Chapter 3. Chapter 3 just kept going on, and I think it's still my favorite in this game, to be honest. Like, this one is kind of mid, honestly. Highlights were playing a Shobai. I really liked that, but I feel like just, I don't know. I'm not, like, super satisfied with this outcome.
But the class trial must still go on.
I didn't hate it. I think it's still, like, decent. But I'm not like, oh my god, that was so good. Like I was Chapter 3. Chapter 3 was so good. I didn't hate it though. But the bar was set pretty high like last time, for sure.
And whatever roadblock we had faced, we still must put an end to this. Now then, please vote for the culprit using the switch in front of you. Keep in mind though, I imagine none of you tried pushing the panel belonging to the dead. You can still vote for a dead person doing that, so no worries. Now, will the choice be the correct answer or not? Let us see.
So we're just not getting an execution at all? Poor Shinji. He was such a nice dude. Oh my god. Like, killing himself to save everyone. Standout guy. Love him to death. Much better than... Not that Yamaguchi was like a bad person. He was just forgettable. Shinji does not feel forgettable to me. Like, I will be forever. Like, he was your bro. He was awesome. You know, Shinji's like... On my tier list for characters, he'll definitely be like at least A tier. He was cool.
That'd be correct. The real culprit of this murder is, drumroll, Shinji Kasai. He committed suicide. You have gotten it right.
Poor Shinji. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I just feel so bad for him. Big bro. Big bro.
Yoriko, what are you doing? Let go of me, Sora, before I knock that dumb hat off his head. No, beat him up till he's dead. I'm not going anywhere.
I get how you feel, but you must calm down. There's still questions we need to ask him right now.
Shinji was the culprit, but only according to the class trial's rules. He's the real culprit. Nika killed Shinji and he got away with it as if he's done nothing wrong.
What? Ow, that hurt, mister. Enough with it, you bastard. How dare you? You tricked me, you dirty scumbag.
What do you do to Teruya?
Teruya? What are you doing? Stop this instant. All of the regulations are not in effect at the moment. This is a breach of...
Oh, Monocrew. Be still. This isn't your place to speak.
Tricked you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Didn't we have an agreement? Could you please let go of me? You didn't tell me about this? Why did she end up dead if all you said was true? Wasn't true?
Hold on, Yuchi. What are you two talking about? And Teruya, what's up with you? Why are you suddenly so fired up? You've been downcast for the entire trial.
You wonder why? It's because he was with me the whole time.
What?
To be more exact, I was in league with both sides of you, like a double agent. Do you get it now?
I don't get it.
I asked you all to keep my identity a secret from Teruya since he's not trustworthy. But I also told Teruya the same thing, to help me out since I can't trust anyone else.
So you were secretly intriguing with him as well?
Yeah, thanks to that, Teruya said you all started doubting and fighting with each other. Just like I planned all along.
Oh. So he set the whole thing up and made Teruya a bad guy. I feel poor Teruya.
Thanks to Teruya going in line with my intent, I got the perfect setting to carry out my plan in that tower.
In line with your intent? Wait a minute. Are you locking us up with this part of your plan too? Are you crazy? He's a void. You let him talk you into that.
Wait, let me just talk. I just thought he was... Hey, don't be so harsh on him. Didn't you all do the same when I revealed my identity to you?
That's different. If you ordered Teruya to lock us up, that's like asking someone to commit a crime for you.
He didn't. I suggested it first. He just told me there was a way to keep everyone alive. And he said that if the plan worked, then we would be able to finish off Mikado for good. I was so carried away by the thought of protecting you all, keeping you all from dying, taking Mikado down.
I don't want to blame you when everything's already said and done. We were all toyed with by Nikke, that's all.
I have a question. Nikke was working with Juria at the same time. He was begging us for forgiveness. Isn't that inconsistent with the time frame of things?
The time frame?
Yeah, if the whole imprisonment was a scripted thing, he couldn't have planned it with Juria while we were on sale. He said the Fourth Island glitching out was an unexpected event even for him, right?
Huh? What do you mean? Nikke did tell me about the Fourth Island while we were on sale.
What?
It wasn't anything big, but he did tell me to go get the gun from the top of the tower as soon as we arrive.
Wait, the gun was in the tower from the beginning? Wait a second, you knew? And what about the things he told us?
Fabrications, lies, what do you expect?
But you told us the Tower of Babel was the result of that rape and interfering from the outside.
Oh, sorry for that. Didn't expect you to seriously take it for real.
Okay, so he's just garbage. Cool. I don't like you anymore. All the respect I had, Nikke, I defended you. I was like, poor Nikke, poor Nikke. Sora, how dare you? Now I'm like, yeah, okay. You suck.
Though I do think it was a pretty good pretext.
What then? The part about the virtual world and all the dead people being alive in reality?
Of course it was a lie. How the hell would I know if she survived or not anyway? But it's true that this is a virtual reality. And that the Fourth Island isn't what the Void intended it to be. Because the Tower of Babel was a set for Mikado's execution that I made in secret without telling the other Voids.
Oh.
In secret?
But really, I never thought you would all be so gullible to trust me that much. I guess all those acting lessons I got from Emma for fun paid off.
You scumbag. Is this fun? Is this all funny to you? You think it's fun to play with us like that?
Hey, stop it, that hurts.
I see, I've been following this conversation and I must admit, this was certainly not taken into account in my plan. When did you alter the code? I don't believe it was a task you could have done entirely alone.
Do I need to answer, Mikado Sanoji?
Everything was a lie. Other than a few pieces of facts, everything was a stage prop for Nikke to manipulate us in this way he wanted. So he does hate Mikado, but he was just using us to get back at Mikado, I guess.
We're in a virtual world. This isn't reality. Which means even if we die, we won't die in the real world.
Huh?
Really? Then everyone who died?
Yep, they're all alive too.
He wanted Shinji dead because Shinji was too nice? Like, is that really it? Those words alone I had believed as the absolute truth. Those words alone I had believed as the absolute truth. I wouldn't have even thought about making Nikke the Blackened otherwise. No, perhaps I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. Whatever it may be, one thing's for sure. Those hopes that the dead would still be alive were snatched away from us. And I warned you, my friends, that Void is an organization of liars.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I got desperate not to let what I'd been through happen all over again. That's why I got foolishly tricked by that bastard.
Truya is very dumb. That is true. I forgive him. Because Nikke sucks.
Why? For what reason? Are you doing this to us? What did we do wrong?
Why?
You know, I see you're trying to make me into some unforgivable scumbag for all this, but when I said I was gonna kill Mikado, I really didn't mean it. Didn't I tell you that moments ago? Yeah, I'll admit I used some dirty methods, but I couldn't help it. You wouldn't have believed me otherwise.
Why?
Because Yuki Maeda needs to die.
Whoa! What is your beef with Yuki? Oh, look at poor Yuki. He's so sad.
What?
Come to think of it, he said a while ago that his purpose was to make Yuki a killer.
Are you kidding me? How is making Yuki the killer and killing Mikado related?
make Yuki kill Mikado. That's how he should have done it. Then Shinji could live.
You're just making things up, aren't you? Hey, do you guys remember what I told you back then? I said there was a reason that each of you got involved in this killing game.
Yeah, say what?
Aren't you all curious about it? About why you were dragged to some mysterious place to go through this trouble? It's all because of Yuki Maeda.
What?
I left it obscure at the time, but Yuki is Mikado's Void's goal itself. To be more precise, putting Yuki through the ordeal of a killing game, to erase his original personality and bring in another, that is the ultimate goal and the reason for Void's existence. Do you get it now? You're all just sacrifices for Yuki. Nothing more than an extra whose role is to die in this killing game for him.
Nikke, is it okay to say all that? I mean... Hold on, I'm still trying to process all this.
For Yuki?
Mikado Sonoji is a man with a fanatic obsession with this plan. It's as if his entire life was for that single purpose. Nothing would have been a stronger blow to him than getting rid of his goal, Yuki.
Was that really the only option? You could have just gone for Mikado directly. Why did you target Yuki when he did nothing wrong? Even if the goal is just to kill Yuki, there was no need to go so far as to make him a killer. Shouldn't died because of your ridiculous plan?
You're right, Toria. I don't care what happens to Yuki. Mikado's the real deal here. Attacking and killing Mikado or Yuki myself? If that was possible, I wouldn't have bothered to put on this whole act and lock you up.
What are you?
Just look at Yuki right now. Mikado's plan is nearly complete. There wasn't a normal way left to kill Mikado or thwart his plan anymore.
They're trying to just recreate Utsuro again. I thought this was like the real Yuki. Like, Utsuro's fake Yuki. I thought this was the character he based it all on. Unless this is somehow Utsuro again. I don't know about that. So that was a reason. That's why you decided to take advantage of this killing game's rules.
The rules of this killing school trip?
No matter what the circumstances are, the power of the rules are absolute. If one somehow succeeds in making Yuki the Blackened, it would be game over for me. If the Blackened Yuki wins the class trial, I would be executed along with the others by the rules. And if he loses, he would be the one to be executed.
Oh!
It was really close. I was one move away from finishing him off. Until you, Sora, decided to be an idiot and screw everything up.
So that's why he was actually mad. It wasn't about like, oh no, she made him a killer. It was she ruined his plan.
What? Just what about Yuki and Maida? What makes us have to die for him and Void to do all this?
To reunite with Master Utsuro, of course. Utsuro?
That name, we had it from Nikkei's room.
Now this is getting longer than I expected. I've been keeping silent to let Nikkei have his moment for a brief while. But it's too early for anything further than this. I'm afraid I must end it here, as it may disrupt the plan's final stages. Fufu, I will say that despite my looking down on you, your overall performance was excellent. I believe that deserves a compliment. But as you can see, in the end, how many times should I repeat this? The outcome is already set. Have you finally realized that whatever you do is a mere kid's play in the face of his power?
Yes. I accept defeat. His powers exist in me as well, and yet I failed. This should mean that this was my fate.
Exactly. You cannot go against the will of fate.
It was a grandiose plan from the beginning. There were risk factors scattered everywhere. Even my own life was at stake, too. I should have done it from the start.
I see. So?
It was thoughtless of me to do that. I should have...
Oh god. Okay, he's crazy.
I should have done this from the start.
Nikkei took out the gun he stole from Shinji from the inside of his clothes and pointed it at Mikado.
Nikkei! Yes, a thoughtless endeavor. The more variables there are, the more my fortune will be affected. There was a need for a complicated plan. I should have done this earlier.
When Nikkei held up his gun, his face almost looked like a demon. That face was enough to remind me of his fellow voids, Hajime and Emma. And Nikkei's degree of insanity seemed to exceed those of them.
I knew it was a wise choice to take the gun just in case.
Fufu, be careful with that gun, Nikkei. So what are you gonna do, shoot me? A bit too late for that, I'd say. Did you not put this act because you knew that such a feat would be impossible?
I sure as hell know I can't kill you with this shit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that to keep you on watch with Setsuka. They'll be the ones to take the bullet.
What? Yeah, don't shoot me!
I also eliminated the actors instead of the director. Still, that won't result in my own death.
Don't do this, Nikkei. You're not up to dead too if you...
It doesn't fucking matter. As long as I can give you a big middle finger in the face. I don't mind dying. I was dead from the moment my plan in the tower failed. You won't let me live, and I'm all out of tricks here. This is my last stand.
What are you doing? You're gonna shoot us for real? No, why me? Get behind me. I'll at least be able to...
Teruya, no! Nikkei, frankly, I wouldn't recommend pulling the trigger right now. Even with my earlier comments, I do not intend to abandon you yet. It would be a waste for a great colleague like you to die.
What's that I see? Mikado, are you panicking right now? This feels great, to see the great fucking Mikado Sonoji himself anxious like that. I guess this was the right answer after all.
I'm just saying this for you. It's not too late even now. We can work together once again.
Enough of your bullshit. Look, I'm gonna screw up your plans now. I won't shoot you or Yuki Maida. I'll just kill all the others. If the outcome is already set, I'll ruin the process. If you want me to stop, kill yourself this instant. Then I'll reconsider the shooting. Hey, stop!
Nikke, why are you doing this? What could you possibly gain from this? Did Setsuga die for nothing?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Nikke, please stop.
Die!
Oh. Oh my god, wait, this is, remember the Danganronpa Another One? That's how, like, Haru's hand blew up, is because Teruya tampered with the gun, or something. Or no, Haru tampered with it, but Teruya did the exact same thing. But it was Haru's gun, like, he planned it too. Did Teruya mess up with the gun? Like, did he mess with the gun in advance? He wasn't gonna shoot anyone ever. As soon as Nikke pulled the trigger, the gun in Nikke's hand blew up from the inside with raging gunpowder. Oh my god, that's his right hand that he's obsessed with. And Nikke's right hand split into pieces. Ow.
Nikke?
What the? My hand? Huh?
Oh, well, you should have listened when I told you. Oh my god. What is this sprite? That is something else, Mikado. Watch your hand when you shoot your hand. That is evil looking.
My right hand,
My, your right hand, your biggest pride and the reason for your existence, has become an abomination. Are you alright? Oh, what's wrong? Have you not risked losing your life when you defected from Void? Did you not say with your own lips that you do not mind death if you could bring forth my demise? It's just a right hand, a mere appendage ripped off, and yet that's all it took for you to break. Is this a joke? Even the motionless Kokiri would laugh at the sight of this.
Oh, well, why did the gun explode?
Okay, so Teruya didn't do it. I thought it was like a throwback to the first game.
That gun was working perfectly. I know because I held onto it for a while. There is no way for it to blow up. My right hand hurts. It hurts.
Nikke. You really are the best, Nikke. You're a person perfectly suited to toy around with. In addition, your skills are at an exceptional level. Thanks to your contribution, the plan was brought even closer to completion.
What do you mean by?
Nikke, you said you were going to disrupt my plans. I was prepared for that, and thus I set a trap. I will have to admit some points, modulating the fourth island, blocking my magic, leading Yuki into murder. This revolt of yours was indeed well thought out. But ironically, my plan was able to take another step forward because of your actions. It shouldn't be a surprise considering the flawlessness of your reenactment of this case. Quite unlike a certain incapable person.
How so? The reenactment obviously failed.
Of course you do not understand, because I intentionally gave you a phony summary of the fourth case. When the two of us first met, I immediately knew that this fool would betray Void someday. Thus, when I was briefing Nikke on the fourth case to be reenacted, I lied. Do you know what this means?
You, Mikado Sanoji?
You must have thought your defection and the havoc you've unleashed was all for the demise of Void. But who would have known that act of yours ended up being your biggest contribution to Void instead? Oh, the irony. Can you feel it, Nikke?
No, it can't be. It can't.
And I have told you when we met in your room that you are performing better than expected, that both of us are mere puppets under his power. The outcome is set, the process simply comes with it. That is fate. That is the power of fortune. That is the power of divine luck. I couldn't understand what Mikado was saying. But more than that, my mind was wondering why Nikke's gun blew up, why his hand became a mess, and what's about to happen. My brain seemed to have trouble processing the situation itself, and no one moved an inch aside from Nikke and Mikado. It would have been hard to take this as reality if it wasn't for the smell of gunpowder and blood from Nikke. No, he said this wasn't reality to start with.
It's not over. There's gotta be a way left.
There's no such thing, and that is because you, Nikke, rid the plan of its biggest impediment, Shinji. Nothing could be more perfect than the job you have done, Nikke. But I was being sincere, you know. I would have forgiven you if you just put away the gun and swore to join Void once again. Though, of course, as someone who's impetuous of fortune, there is an inferiority complex. You would never have allowed it to happen.
What's going on? I can't get a grasp of what's happening. Why did Nikke try to shoot us instead of Mikado? Why did the gun blow up? What does Mikado mean by all this?
Oh, this is quite enjoyable. Well, I would like to enjoy this some more. It seems the time has come for this to end. Monaco, the preparation, if you may.
Preparation? Prepare for what?
What other thing could there be? The execution of this miserable wretch. But he shouldn't be executed, though. He's not the culprit, right? My god, this is gonna be another Tsurugi for real, where I'm one away from maxing the character out and I never get to. Damn it. Who, may I add, violated the rules?
Huh?
The rules? What are you talking about?
The no violence rule stopped applying a long time ago. I thought Nikkei's not the only one who went hitting people. What? What is this? All of you check the rules tab of your e-handbook.
Oh my god, they're gonna kill him because he violated a rule. That's why they're gonna get away with it. No, he added that. Oh no, betraying void is strictly forbidden. Wow. Well, now Aroha's screwed.
What is this rule? There wasn't such a thing until...
Huh? Violated a rule. Rule. I have identified a violation of Rule 17. The offender will be executed immediately. What? It's an actual rule? This isn't... What is this? What is happening? Mikado Sanoji, what is the meaning of?
You mustn't wonder. All you should know is that our time here is over. Goodbye, Nikkei. You were an amusing toy to play with every moment from beginning to end.
This is the end? No. This can't be happening. Damn it. You should die. I'm gonna kill you, Mikado. I'm gonna fucking rip you to shreds. I have prepared a fitting punishment for the perpetrator of the violation. Nikkei Yomiuri, the ultimate journalist. Mikado Sanoji! It's punishment time.
I cannot believe they're doing this. Wow. He's violated the rules. Time for the punishment. That's crazy. They're actually gonna kill him off. Wow. I mean, he was kind of annoying me, but I don't want him to die. Okay, he's gonna try to escape press conference. The executions in this game are so much better than the first game, I've gotta say. They really amped them up. Going to the rooftop. He's gonna get out of here. There's a helicopter. That one Monocro is dressed like Light Yagami in the front. He doesn't have a hand, so he can't grab it. Oh, and he's falling to his death. And there go the Monocros. You guys can fly, guys. Come on. Oof. They really killed off Nikkei. Ultimate journalist Nikkei Yomiuri dies? Void Daily. Wow. He was kind of terrible, but I didn't want him to die. Ah, what a waste. Perhaps I should have let him live. Imagine him stuffed with the limbs detached. It'd be a perfect toy to kill time with. Wow. And so Nikkei had left us. He said himself that people being alive in real life, despite dying in this virtual world, was a lie. I still don't know whether what he said was the truth or not, but more importantly, even Nikkei couldn't avoid the impending doom in the end. Whether this is a virtual reality or not, the person named Nikkei is no longer with us.
Why did you kill him? Hey Mikado, why did you kill Nikkei? And what's with this weird new rule?
Well, I cannot answer that at the present moment, or perhaps never. This was not an execution. It's a murder, Mikado, and Nikkei did not violate the rules of this killing school trip. Monocro, you just went on with the execution after seeing this rule? You're an instructor. You said you were a judge.
I'm sorry.
Wait, Monocro? Hey. He ran off.
Huh?
Why did I give him Monocro's voice? That was impressive. Nikkei was subhuman to who deluded you and murdered Shinji. Do you realize that, don't you? What makes you speak up for him even so? I'm not speaking up for him. I'm equally as scummy of a person for using Nikkei's hand to cut Shinji's throat. But even I know that you're the scummiest amongst us. Oh, I see. Nikkei was a liar, though we couldn't exactly tell which of his words were true and which were not. We know that the source of all trouble here is you. Nikkei got what he deserved, but he hated you genuinely. It's his hatred of you that drove him to this point. That assumption of yours is not unreasonable. In a way, Nikke may be a victim who was caught up in my plan. So, aren't you curious about what made me do this?
What?
Teruya should know the answer. Though thought it would occur to him at this moment. There isn't even need for me to spell it out. Nikke already gave you enough hints. Since we've dealt with the traitor, let's dismiss the court. I will send out an additional notice. Yuki Maeda? Oh no, is he already... Did he go back to Utsuro? I thought this was like the real Yuki. I didn't think this was actually Utsuro. Yuki? Mikado Shinoji?
What was that just now? Was that really Yuki?
My friends, I believe we are nearing the end. Yes, this is the end.
What kind of nonsense is... Hey!
Since the end of the trial, Yuki has been standing in his place without saying a word. Even when Nikke aimed his gun at us and when he got executed, Yuki stood there endlessly shedding his tears. And all of a sudden, Yuki was gone from the courtroom. It felt like the Yuki Maeda we knew and have been together with didn't exist anymore.
I know him? Sora, did you say something?
Huh? Oh, did I say something?
The trial's over, right? I've got to use the bathroom, so I'll be leaving.
It's just here. Oh, wait, when did Shobai even get out of here?
Sora, we should go up too. There's nothing left to do here.
What are you doing, Teruya Otori? Failing at everything? You are the absolute worst.
Ah, Teruya, wait, I have something to say.
Sora, are you ignoring me? I'm calling you.
Yoriko.
It's only us two. Good. I have a question for you, Sora.
Yoriko, can we talk later? I have to talk with Teruya as soon as...
Listen to me! Hey, Sora, you really don't know about Yuki's identity.
About Yuki's identity?
Nikke said so, right? Yuki is Void's sole target. We're just extras needed to set up a killing game for him. And you, Sora, you dirtied your hands just to save Yuki from becoming the Blackened. There must be something behind this. There's no other way to explain what you did.
Yoriko, why are you asking me this? I never lied to you. Even I have trouble trying to think why I did what I did back then.
Sora, have you not realized that what you did is murder? Though the rules would say Shinji's the culprit, you played a role in this murder too.
I know. And I can understand why you feel that way. It's morally...
It's not because of that!
Yoriko?
I don't want to do this to you either, but... You're lying to me. You know something, but you're hiding it from me. From all of us. Do you understand how betrayed I feel by that? Of course, it was wrong for you to take part in murder, but I'm not in the position to lecture you about ethics. I also worked at a bar faking my age before I came here, remember? That's a crime as well. It's true that you did something despicable, but everyone makes mistakes. You just have to reflect on your past mistakes and pay the price. It's just a complaint. Like I said before, I thought of us as being on the same boat. And now you're hiding something from me.
I didn't hide anything. I really didn't.
Yes, you do know something. If you really think you don't, then you must be lying to yourself.
I'm lying to myself?
You've lost your memories. I know you're scared. But you must know something about Yuki, so be honest with yourself. I still want to trust you, Sora.
Yoriko. If there is something you shouldn't do no matter what, but your circumstances force you to do it, what would you do, Master? I'm sorry.
Huh?
I really don't know.
Sora.
If I do something that's hard to comprehend, it's not by my own will. I feel like I'm being controlled by someone. It was the same this time as well. There was a voice in my head whispering to me endlessly. Save Yuki Maeda. Save Yuki Maeda. I couldn't resist. No, it was because I tried to resist that I ended up with the worst outcome of using Nikke's hand. I know it doesn't make sense. I myself am having a hard time believing it. That's all I can tell you right now.
Sora, Yuki is Void's goal itself. If we can know more about him, we might still have hope.
But I really don't know.
Okay, I get it.
Yoriko.
Can you at least tell me this one thing? How did you get to the power room? Did you really go through the floor like Iroha said? What did you see underneath?
I'll tell you later. Right now, I need to get to Teruya.
So you really didn't trust me at all? When we were investigating the power room, I thought I would be able to understand you. But you still won't tell me a thing.
No, it's not that. I just need to talk with Teruya. Whatever, just don't talk to me again. Ugh. So now I'm not going to be able to max her out either, am I? Who was even left? Yuki? Oh boy. Maybe I won't even have free time events this chapter. Who knows? Poor Yoriko. Teruya, open the door, please. Teruya. I know you're in there, Teruya.
What?
There's no one in your room, right? I'm going in.
What? Hold on a minute.
We can make more rainbow clothes together. Remember when we did that? His junky room.
You know you just entered someone's room without permission, don't you? I'm going to say this up front. There's nothing I can do for you. I am someone who's incapable of anything. I couldn't protect you or contact the Foundation or stop Mikado's plan. I'm just a useless wretch. All I can do is wait for the Foundation to save my poor ass.
Teruya, there's something I have for you.
What? You have something for me? Oh, what is this? A metal name tag?
What's written on there is your reset code.
What? How in the world did you get my...
I received it from someone. They said to give it to you as soon as possible.
So, who is this someone?
Rei Mekaru.
What?
What? I met her, Rei Mekaru, your partner.
Now, hold on a second. Rei's dead. You heard Nikke. If you die in the virtual world, then you're dead for real. I know I've thrown out tantrums denying that, but now I know better. Rei's left me for good.
No, Rei's still alive. I don't know if Nikke lied or if he actually doesn't know about it. Or didn't know about it. But Rei's still alive.
Oh, really? Are you... Is Rei really alive?
You bet she is. Teruya, you aren't useless. You're just confused because you got your memories stolen by Mikado. Enter the reset code into your handbook. Then your memories will return to you.
Did Rei tell you that? Did she tell you to give me this name tag so that I could regain my memories?
I only had a brief moment to talk with her. She herself probably doesn't know who she talked to. She just said this, give the reset code to Teruya. And once you regain your memories by putting in your reset code, there's something I want to ask of you.
And what's that?
What is it, Sora? Tell me what you know about Akane Taira. Ooh, what about her? Only that she was like my least favorite character in the first game. You want to hear about how much I complained about it? Go watch my whole Let's Play, Sora. You can just hear me ranting about her. Jeez, we're down to 7 people. Wow. Teruya, tell me all about this character that I complained about for literally an entire Let's Play. Which I know, like, oh, why do you hate Akane? What did she ever do to you? She just was really annoying. Like that was my beef with her. She acted very hypocritical at times. Like, she would throw a tantrum about people like being dead and be like, I am depressed, wah. And then if Yuki did it, she'd be like, how dare you? And it just drove me crazy. She just drove me like and every time she would start to get on my good side and be like, okay, that was cool, Akane. Then she'd do something stupid again and I'd be like, okay, well now I'm mad at you. You know, like she'd act cool and then I'd be like, actually, I'm crazy and I'm the mastermind. It also probably didn't help. I gave her the this annoying girl voice. Like the specific voice I gave to Akane is the voice I give like when I'm telling stories to people about people I don't like. That is the voice they get. Like, oh my god, I'm so annoying. That's not her voice even. I don't even remember what it is, to be honest. I have to think about, this is kind of how she talks. Yeah, this is my like I'm an annoying voice. No, she just was she was just irritating to me. It was the fact that she just kept like she forced me to hang out with her and I didn't want to hang out with her, and then just the hypocrisy. That was what really made me dislike her. So I don't know. She rubbed me the wrong way pretty much the entire game and drove me crazy. And a lot of people like her and I understand why. I just don't. I never will. And that's okay. Okay, anyways. Yes, I would like to save. That was a pretty short trial. I miss playing as Shobai, to be honest. Shobai is so cool. Okay, is Nikke gonna join Void Theater now? As just like a corpse? Oh, he's a hand! Sorry. We are ending it here though. Alright. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this episode, please leave a like and a comment. I love hearing all of your thoughts and theories, and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out me, and it helps out my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night, wherever it is in the world when you're watching this. I hope it's fantastic, and with all that being said, I will see you next time when we start Chapter 5. Later.